So my name is Danielle Taylor McGregor, and I'm going to be doing a trial run for my speech on home birthing in America and the safety and benefits of it. I had my first child in England, and overseas there's a different aspect and mental attitude towards birthing. It's more of a natural process, allowing the woman's body to do what a woman's body is trained to do. Home birth has been around for centuries, long before doctors and obstetrics. I will be the first one to say that hospital births can be a great thing. There are many women who need them, many high-risk women, and this is not about saying that everyone should have home birth, but statistics show that 90% of women can actually birth naturally without complications. When you add a hospital setting, obstetricians and doctors, and in a non-midwifery atmosphere, the risk of complications actually rises 86%. And that statistic comes for many reasons. When you birth in a hospital versus birthing at home, the process is completely different. The mentality and the way of going about the process is different. I will first give you an understanding of how the process of home birthing works in the average home birth. In the average home birth, my husband's coming in the room. You can excuse him. He's who I'm doing my speech for. Again, this is a trial run, so that's all good. In the average home birth, when a woman begins her labor process, she has spoken to her midwife for months before. She has been cleared to be a low-risk woman. I'll give an example as for myself. I had my second child at home. My first child was born in a birthing center in Bristol, England, at a place called Southmead, and I had a great birth with him. My second child was born here in America in the home that I'm in at the moment, not in my bedroom. She was actually born in my living room, out there in a birthing pool, which was definitely the most empowering experience of my life. But beforehand, you're cleared by a midwife to be low risk, meaning that you have no or limited medical conditions, because there's some medical conditions where you can still birth at home, and there's some where you absolutely cannot. Depending on the midwife, you have no history of C-sections. Some midwives feel comfortable with VBACs, which means vaginal birth after cesarean, and some are not. It all depends on the woman. My midwife was not comfortable with doing VBACs. I did not have a C-section. I have no medical conditions. Do not smoke. I am 26 years old, and I had already had one child vaginally, which is very helpful because it proves the fact that I can. Because some women, as healthy as they are, with no complications, actually cannot birth vaginally due to just different structural components as far as how their pelvic lies. And so I was a very good candidate for a home birth. So you've spoken to your midwife about things to do at home as far as having a Epsom bath, which is just laying in the tub with the Epsom salts, and walking, using the birthing ball, and the midwife comes and she just watches you. Every now and then she will listen to the baby with the Doppler. I'm just listening to the heart rate and how the baby responds during contractions. And then you birth. When I gave birth, I did it without any assistance. My husband's hand was down there occasionally doing something, I don't know. But as far as like anybody down there guiding the baby out. No, it was just me, a birthing pool, and gravity in nature. It was really awesome. As when you're in a position where gravity helps and you're in a very good position naturally to give birth, it's easier for the baby to come down the birth canal. And then you look at when you give birth in a hospital. When you go to the hospital, you're told to lay down in a bed, you're hooked up to monitors, all these things that scare you and put you in a different position mentally than what you would have necessarily been giving birth in your own home, in a comfortable environment, and around your own normal flora, because you have to remember that your baby is used to the flora in your home and not the flora in a hospital. So you're hooked up to IVs, you're scared, you're given pain medication, which causes respiratory depression, which causes that baby to get less oxygen. Every time you contract, you can see on the monitors that the baby heart rate might drop a little bit, and then you're even more scared, not understanding the aspects that that's normal as long as it's not at certain points. But a trained midwife, it is actually proven scientifically that auscultation, Doppler reading in a home birth environment is just as, if not as effective as being hooked up to electrodes and monitors in a hospital. So, you're hooked up to these monitors and you're afraid. A labor and delivery nurse does not have all the training as a midwife. Not to say, labor and delivery nurses are great. I'm a nursing student at OB rotation, and you know they are well qualified in certain aspects. But a midwife is completely different from a nurse. Do not get the two confused. They have just as much, if not more, training as far as the natural process in the woman's body as an OB, because you have to understand, an OB is a surgeon. They want to do surgery. Have you seen Grey's Anatomy? How excited they be to do surgery. Ooh, my turn. No. Okay, so sorry if you can hear my son screaming. They're very excited. They just got finished trick-or-treating and eating lots of candy. You're hooked up to all these machines. You're scared. You're given this medicine. You know, you're laying down. Labor's not progressing as fast as it could be if you were moving all about in your house and in a more comfortable environment. And you just have more chances of having medical interventions, which then cause slow progression in labor and could lead to a C-section, vaginal vacuum, or episiotomy. It's proven that in a home birthing setting, you are at a 98% chance, decrease of having an episiotomy versus being in a hospital. I did have an episiotomy with my first, but I was on my back, not letting gravity do its work, and my children weighed the same amount. Home birth is very liberating for a woman. For me, I don't want any more kids, but I would love to have another kid just to experience the wonderfulness of a home birth, but as long as I don't have to take care of them afterwards, to like give them to somebody else. No. Again, this is just a trial run. This is not my official presentation, just to give you a little idea of what it's all about. Hope you enjoyed my husband back there working on his laptop. That's what he does. Hey. And me, Danielle Taylor McGregor, and I hope to really polish this up, get some feedback, and see you guys later. Deuces.